Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is actually the second time I'm trying to record this. The first time it did not come out well. So we are trying again. So this is part 2 of the Hocus Pocus challenge from Crafty Kitty. And this week is a DIY, if you want to call it that, treat that you have to make. It could be a cake, a cupcake, or a cookie. So I decided that I was going to do sugar cookies. And so I have everything laid out that I need. I'm going to be doing the mixing off camera so that you guys aren't hearing the mixer. Thankfully, I do have one of those big KitchenAid stand mixers, so it should go fairly quickly. The first thing that we're going to be doing mixing is the butter and the sugar. So I have a 3/4 cup sugar plus 2 tablespoons of sugar in there. And then we've got a stick of butter. And then we'll be putting the egg in. It's just 1 egg that's been beaten. And we'll put that in after we combine the butter and the sugar. So I'm going to go do that, and I will be right back and show you what that looks like. Okay, we're back, and this is what the egg, sugar, and butter looks like when you get it all mixed up. So then we're going to mix together the flour, the baking powder, and the salt. So you have 1 2/3 cups flour. You have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And you have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Let me get all of that in there. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of mix that up. It's not, you just kind of want to, make sure that like the baking powder and the salt get all mixed into the flour. And we'll be mixing this into here a little at a time until the dough is kind of blended together. And before I do that, I'm going to add the vanilla to this mixture, and then I will add the flour into that. So I'm going to go mix that, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So this is the dough after you get everything in it. And I realized I forgot to tell you how much of the vanilla extract. It was a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So this is what the dough looks like, and what you have to do is, I already put some saran wrap on the table. You need to divide the dough in half and make like little discs with them, basically, because they're going to be going into the refrigerator for 2 hours to kind of so they grip together, and it solidifies more, I guess. I don't know how to say that. So we are going to get these combined and divided. Basically, you're just going to shape it into a ball and then flatten it out into a disc. Don't ask me why they want you to do this part like this, but every recipe that I have read for sugar cookies, that's what it tells you to do. So it's kind of funny, I mean, that they all say to do it that way. we're gonna get this one flattened, and these will be going into the fridge for 2 hours. And once they are done in the fridge, you are gonna take them out, and you're actually gonna let them sit on your counter for a little bit until they get soft enough that you're gonna be able to roll them out with a pin. So with a rolling pin. So yeah, I will see you guys in 2 hours, and hopefully this one will work out this time. All right, see you in 2 hours. Okay, we are back. So the dough is ready to go. It has softened on the counter for a little bit after being in the fridge for 2 hours. And so we are going to roll this out and cut it with some cookie cutters. So we're going to put some flour down on the table and get this going. And I probably use way more flour than you need to, but that's just the way I do it. So we are going to get that going. And I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see that and my head doesn't get in the way or anything. So you just want to get it to about 1/8 of an inch. And I have these Halloween cookie cutters. So I have the Ghost, I have the Scared Black Cat, I have the Bat, I have a Tombstone, and I have a Coffin. So we're just gonna make some of each of these, and I am gonna get the pan. So got my pan with parchment paper, and I'm just gonna lay the cookies on there. These are probably a little thicker than they need to be, but that's all right. And the oven is ready to go. So once you get, all of the cuts that you can get out of it, you just squeeze it back up and roll it out again and just keep cutting like that. So I am going to get these shapes done and get them in the oven. You are gonna want to put it on for 325, and you're going to cook it for about between 14 and 16 minutes. You don't want to cook it too long and overcook it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these. Now I'm only using one of the rounds that we made, so it's half of the batter. I will make the rest of them later. But yeah, so you want to get all of these shapes cut out that you want. And I'm going to finish getting these all cut out, and I will be back when they are done cooking. Okay, we are back. So the cookies are done. Well, half of the batch is done. The other half I'm going to be waiting. I made some colored sugar. All I did was take regular granulated sugar, and for this one, for the purple, I just used a liquid food color. I used the red and the blue, and just added equal amounts of red and blue until I got the color I wanted. It dries a lot faster because once you mix it up, you have to let it dry. And this purple dried pretty quick. I also made some orange, but you can see that it's still sticking to the spoon because the orange is not dry yet. And for the orange, I had used a gel. So I don't know if this is gonna dry like it should or not. So I'm gonna wait and see. But if this doesn't work out, I'll just make some more with the liquid. But this is gonna be for the second batch, so it has time to dry. So all we're gonna do is take our sugar, and you can see with this sugar, it falls right off the spoon. We're just gonna take the sugar, take the cookie, and pour the sugar over the top. And you can use as much or as little as you want. All I do is pour it over the top, knock off the excess, and let's see. I'm gonna try to see. All right, there we go. So you can see the sugar, it sticks on there. And these haven't been out of the oven for very long. They cooled for just a few minutes before I started doing this. But now they're pretty cool to the touch. So, and the sugar's still sticking really well. So you can see, let's see. There you go. So you just give it a light coating. And yeah, that's pretty much all you do for that. And you can make whatever colors you want on there. I only had the four primary liquid colors, so I didn't have, I'd wanted to make black, but I don't have a black one. I don't even have a black gel one, so I couldn't even use that. So I just went with purple and orange. And I think it turned out pretty good. It was my first time making the colored sugar, so it's cheaper than buying the colored sugar, that's for sure. So yeah, that is what we have. And you see my little tray here of little sugar cookies. So yeah, that is what I did for my treat. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to showing the tablescape in part 3. And I will have Crafty Kitty's channel linked below, and the playlist, when she gets that up, I will link as well. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.